Hello, we're going to do a warrior sequence on this video. So we'll start with a little bit of preparation and we're going to be kneeling down towards the back of the mat. Some of you might find this a little uncomfortable for your knees or your hips, so please do high kneel and adapt as you need to. And we'll come up to stand after having done some belly down stuff, take a couple of different sequences with warrior 1, warrior 3 and warrior 2, so the whole lot today. So if anything doesn't feel right in your body, please do adapt, just listen out and make sure you make the changes that you need to according to how things feel today. So let's get started. So we're going to be kneeling and we're going to reach the arms forward, hands are going to be well spread, and you're going to bring the belly down towards your thighs. And I hope my cat's going to behave today. I'll apologise for him in advance. So just settle here for a moment or two. Feel your breath. And then on an inhalation, when you're ready, coming up into dipped cat, tuck your toes under, and as you breathe out, ease into downward dog. On an inhalation, back down onto your knees, release the toes and exhale, roll forward. And then you're going to inhale, come up, and exhale, slide the hips back to the heels. So again, inhaling, exhaling to downward dog, inhaling, and exhaling, rolling down. Inhale, roll up, exhale, hips back to heels. And we'll do the whole thing one more time. So it's an inhale, an exhale, inhale, and exhale, inhale, and exhale. And then come forward onto all fours and just settle yourself comfortably so your weight is evenly distributed. Hello mate, go on, off you go. And we're going to take balancing cat. So I'd like you to stretch the right leg back, push back into the heel, draw up the kneecap. I want you to feel that you've really got your leg muscles engaged, your hips stable, and you feel that everything is connected. So we can just then lift the legs, you just squeeze a little into your gluteal muscles, and then slide the left hand or the opposite hand forward and hold your balancing cat. So breathing in and out, in and out, and then exiting back down. Pause for a moment, so just feel what first side feels like. And then when you're ready to move on, leg extends back, pushing back into the heel, drawing up with your kneecaps. Feel that the whole of those muscles of the leg are engaged. Feel the pelvis level. And then lift the leg. And you can slide the opposite arm forward and lift. So just noticing what it feels like to have that engagement in your muscles, because we want to replicate this when we come to a warrior number 3. and then coming back down. Now from here we want to continue with that feeling of engagement of your muscles. We're going to do plank pose. So we can approach it in the same way, right leg back, pushing back into the heel, and then the left leg. So when you're in this position, you really want to be pushing back into those heels, drawing up with the kneecaps, so the leg muscles are engaged. Feel that you're strong in your abdomen as well as your arms and your shoulders. So we're building strength. And then we'll take the knees back and slide the hips back into a child's pose. Now when we come to child's pose, I would prefer hips down and head a little adrift, as opposed to head down and hips adrift. So it does require flexion at the hip and the knee, and if this isn't right for you, make adjustments, but otherwise feeling that you're settling down into your mat. And then from here we're going to roll forwards and come belly down, and just take a moment in your crocodile posture. So feel that you're comfortable. You might need to wiggle a little to make that sense of ease and comfort, and the whole of the front of the body line into the mat as much as you can. To lift a leg and an arm. In fact, we'll be lifting both arms, but in an asymmetric way. And I want you to feel that you've got length and engagement of the body rather than height. So let's tuck the right toes under, lift the knee, so we're pressing back into the heel, and then engage the leg muscle, lift up through your thigh, so you're drawing up the kneecap, and then you're going to opposite arm come forward and the right arm coming back. So feel that you're stretched, muscles engaged, about length rather than height. And then exhale, lower down. And we'll take side two. Tucking the toes, pushing back to the heel, lifting the thigh, the kneecap off the mat, and then squeezing into the glutes, stretching that leg back, engaging those leg muscles, and then same arm back as the leg lifted. So I've got left arm back, left leg lifted, right arm forwards. And then you're going to lower back down. And just feel that you're sinking there. And then we can have the hands underneath the shoulders, rolling up. And this time, just a variation, we'll take knees wide, feet together, slide the hips back. Now you can stay on your hands, forearms down, or resting the head down to the mat. And then we'll walk the hands up, knees together, tuck the toes, and roll up to stand. So we're just coming to mountain pose. You don't need to turn this way on the mat. I'm just making sure I'm facing the camera. And Just stay mounting for a moment or two. Feel your body upright, long and strong, and feel balanced through both feet. So mountain pose. And we'll extend the mountain. We'll lift the heels and bring the arms alongside the ears as we take an inhalation. So we're coming up here and exhale, coming back down. Now, second one up, I'm going to get you to stay. So rolling up, lengthening, through your sides elongating, ribs lifting, feel steady through your feet. And then adjust your arms if you know this position isn't great for your shoulders. And then on an exhale, lowering back down. And then just for completeness, we're going to do a little bit of a twisty movement. So I've come to know this one as empty coat sleeves, or a little flip-flop around, so a little twist in the body. And then come to stillness. We're going to bring an arm up and reach. Bring the other arm up and reach, and reach, and reach, and reach, and then bringing the arms back down to your sides. Now from here we're going to take a forward fold, but an asymmetric one, and so it's a version of name escapes me. Ardha. No, it's not that. It's Parshva Uttanasana. So a long time away from teaching, as you can tell. Now I'm going to take the right foot forward, and I'm going to bring the right arm into the small of the back. And I want to have very firm feet here. And as far as possible, I'm going to keep both of the legs straight, but you might want to have a little bit of give, a little bit of bend in that leading leg. So we're going to inhale, bring the arm up alongside the ear. Now keeping it up alongside the ear as you reach forward and into a forward fold. Let the head go, let that shoulder go. Now as you inhale, reaching forward and coming up. And exhale, lowering the arm. So we're going to do that twice more. Inhaling and exhaling. And then we'll take one more. And exhale, lowering the arm. And then from here we'll step back and just pause at this point. So you've worked asymmetrically, just noticing how things feel. And then when you're ready, we're going to take side two. So we can step forward with the left. So the left arm is going to be in the small of the back. And inhale, arm up alongside the ear, and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, all the way back up. So remember, you can just soften that lead knee if you choose. Exhale, lowering the arm. See if you can keep a good anchor point there with that back leg. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling all the way up and exhaling. Inhaling and exhale, lowering the arm down. And then from here, release that arm in the small of the back and step back to your start point. So it gets a little more interesting now because we're going to introduce balance, and you'll have noticed already when we did the heel lifting what your balance is like. Please take care with your balance, and when you are doing your warrior three, it doesn't matter what it looks like, just feel that you're secure, and remember that the floor is not far away, so just put your foot down as you need to. So we're going to take warrior one with a warrior three combined. So we'll take an inhalation and come into warrior one, and all that lifting up and stretching and drawing up with the kneecap you're going to maintain, and then as you exhale you're going to tip forward and lift the back leg. As you inhale, back to warrior one and exhale. And again. So bending the knee, replacing the back leg, lowering the arms. So do that one more time. And stepping back. So again, see how that feels. We worked very asymmetrically, all the weight in one side, the balance in one side, and quite often there's differences between each side. So you might find side one works better than side two, or of course vice versa, or hopefully you'll be equally brilliant on both sides. So I take the second side, warrior one, breathe in, and then exhale, coming into warrior three. And we'll take it twice more, inhalation and exhalation. Last one on this side. Inhaling and exhaling. And down. And then you can step back. So you don't need to turn to face. I'm just going to show you this face on so you can see what's coming. We're going to be taking the foot and squeezing it in towards the buttock. So from here, squeeze that leg in and reach the opposite arm up. So when we squeeze the heel in this way, and we're levelling up the thighs, I call this one cormorant or stalk. So it's a little bit different from dancer where we're taking that thigh away. So just again, see what your balance is like. And then side two. Now if you can't reach your foot or your ankle, you might reach your trousers. So there's always something that you can do. Or you could practice it just by taking the foot in that position. So we're going to take that first position, the cormorant, and we're going to take it into the asymmetric version of warrior number three. And we'll hold it, hopefully. So from here, just need to make sure you've got enough space think I need to come forward just a teeny bit, don't hit the wall. And of course, if you are close to a wall, you could use it to help your balance. So we're going to come back to that cormorant position, reach up, and then fold forward and release. So you're going to hold it there and then inhale all the way up and down. And as I suspected, I was a tad close to the wall, so I'm going to come a little bit forward for side 2. So, holding on to the foot in the cormorant or stalk pose, inhaling, reaching up, tipping yourself forward and releasing. And then inhale all the way up and down. Okay, just as you level up, to see how things feel. And what I'm going to suggest is a little bit of a ragdoll forward fold. Just ease yourself down, let everything soften. You could take hold of opposite elbows. A little bit of micro movement. And then inhale all the way back up. So variations of Warrior 1 and 3. And we're going to do Warrior 2. So if we come towards one end of the mat, and we'll do a little sequence. So we'll be doing some Warrior and the side stretch as well. So we want to be comfortably wide, feeling the weight in the outer edges of the feet, turning the leg out, and then perhaps just allowing the back heel to turn. So we'll draw the arms out wide and then sink down into Warrior 2 and turning the head. And finding your warrior, that inner resolve, your expression of determination. And then the back arm coming down, turning the palm up, reaching up and folding back into some warrior. And then upright to Warrior 2, bend the forearm and come into our side angle stretch. And then from here, turn to look at your foot, let that arm drop down and then back into warrior. Going to straighten and lowering the arms. Turn the head and forward looking back to the start point. How does it feel now you've completed one side? And then side 2. Roll the leg, back heel comes out, arms coming up, and then exhale into Warrior 2. Back arm down, turn the palm up for your lead arm and folding back. Back to Warrior 2 bending the elbow and our extended side angle stretch, Virabhasdrasana. And back to warrior. We'll straighten, bring the hands onto the hips, turning the feet forwards. So this time the hips are closed. See if you can find the outer edges of your feet. And then as you exhale, come to a forward fold. So you come as far as you want to. You can bend the knees if you choose. Let the hands run down towards the ankles. Let your head go. You might comfortably reach the floor. Pausing down in wide-legged forward fold. And then taking the hands back onto the legs, perhaps even above the knees. Bend the knees and roll yourself back up to stand. And then you can shuffle, jump, walk, step back to the centre. And see how you feel after warrior 2 plus variations. So mountain pose. Our warriors are for empowerment and strength. And just see if you brought those qualities into your practice. So we'll finish there. Hands into the heart centre. Namaste. Thank you.